A few things before we start this one. One, this was at my last job. Two, I had already put in my 2 weeks. Three, you know that day before you get violently ill where it's just starting to hit you and you're like, something's wrong and I don't know what, and then it hits you later? This was that day for me. So I was already not having it, but in addition to that, I also had to call the help desk that day, and I was trying to build a schedule for like 60 people, and if you worked with me, you know how I feel about the motherfucking schedule. So open scene, I'm in the manager's office doing the schedule when I get a page over the headset that's like, hey Kaylin, can you come to the front of the store please? And I always know when it's a shitty customer because they don't add anything at the end. Like if the register's broken, they'll say that, but if it's a shitty customer, they can't say shit. I put on my mental armor and I hustle to the front of the store. I'm not even halfway to the front of the store. I can already hear her yelling, okay? I can't make out everything she's saying, but I just keep hearing, this is $1 billion company, over and over again. So I arrive at the registers and I look at the woman and I'm like, hello, are you the manager? Yes, I am. Well, good, because I've been asking for the manager. Here I am. I'm very upset. Your cashier, disgusted gurgle at the word cashier, by the way. Your cashier is telling me that I can't return this. This is a stapler. It was actually a pack of makeup wipes that she had in her hand. She's telling me that I can't return this, even though I have the receipt. So what is the issue? The issue is that we don't sell makeup wipes, and that receipt is for a different store. So I'm going to try that first, right? So the issue is that we don't sell makeup wipes, and the receipt is for a different store. Luckily, the store you're looking for is right next door. So, yeah, see, that's not going to work for me because I'm here in this store. Yep, and the correct place is but a quick brisk walk from where you are standing right now. I am happy to give you more detailed directions if you'd like. I don't need directions. I need a refund. You can do that at the correct store. And again, so close, stone's throw. I don't understand. You and the store next door are sister stores. So why can't you take the refund? Sometimes we can take refunds from other stores, but we don't sell that item. Like, it's just so clear. I can't give you any details. We don't sell that. Do you look around? Do you see a makeup wipe department? No. So that's why. This is an exact quote. This is ridiculous. I'm just expected to find a store to return this to? And I said, I already found it for you. It's about 20 feet from here. Another exact quote. No shit. The rest of this is exact quotes. Okay, well, I'm really sorry. I can't take it. You know what? I can tell you're not sorry because if you were sorry, you would have done something about it and made an exception for me. It is just our policy. I didn't make it and I cannot change it. What a robotic answer. Well, I hope you have a better rest of your night. Snatches makeup wipes back, puts them in her purse, takes the cart, and then shoves it into the registers instead of putting them back where it's supposed to be. And one of my cashiers, oh my god, this bitch is going places. It was so funny. She was like, oh, that's actually not where our carts go. And she grabbed the cart and like followed behind this woman, like 2 inches behind, just followed her out the door where the carts go and then came back in. And then she was gone. And I don't know if she went to the other store, but I don't really give a fuck. Bye. Hi, I don't normally share that much about my personal life online, but today I have to because I am asking for help. My dad died 2 days ago. A little over a week ago, I flew from New England to LA, where he lives, and brought him from his apartment into hospice, where he died. And since then, we've been cleaning out his apartment. Here's the thing, I drained my entire savings account to come out here and bring him to the hospital. He had stage 4 cancer, and when I got to his apartment, I flew out alone. I came out alone, and he was inside of his apartment, and he was 90 pounds and couldn't move. I had to call the fire department to get him out of the apartment and into hospice. He also was in the middle of getting evicted, so he was just like, one of his dying wishes was just to make sure that the stuff that he had in his apartment that was important would get to my brother and I. And he had money set aside. I wasn't expecting that at all. He had money set aside to help us kind of cover some of the expenses. But we have to pay like, I think it's like $1,500 to get him cremated. And it's gonna cost like $2,600 to get all of his stuff from LA back to New England. And like, this is my job. This is how I make my money, and I really haven't been posting much this month, or honestly even the past couple of years, because this has just been like, this has been something that I haven't talked about online. Anyways, I'm really sorry for crying. Every time I talk about it, I start crying. I am really lucky to have this platform because I posted a friends only video before I flew out here and was like, does anyone live in LA that I can maybe stay with?
because the hotels are so expensive. And Zumi, the girl with the list, her name's Abby, her and her boyfriend Zach, I need you to know, are some of the most like selfless people I have ever met in my life. They helped me clean out my dad's apartment when it was at its worst. He was like, he couldn't move for like a month, right? So there was just shit everywhere. He was like peeing in bottles, and there was so much stuff everywhere. The two of them, they let me stay with them, and then they helped me bring a bunch of his stuff into a storage unit. But the problem is now that everything is cleared out, all the trash is taken care of. We donated all of the food that was in his apartment, and now the only thing left is to get his stuff from LA back to New England, and it's just so expensive. And I'm sorry for crying. You guys know I have never asked you for money. I have never done a brand deal. I've never tried to sell you anything. And I was just wondering if, like, this once I could ask you guys for help. I just want to get this stuff home so bad so this can be over with. I just want to go home. So today I come to you, snot-nosed, asking, is there anybody out there who might be able to just, like, throw me a couple bucks so that we can get this taken care of? It's just been like really hard to do this job, which is giggle on the internet, when I'm having the hardest month of my life. And I promise this will be the only time I ever get on here and ask for money. I hope you guys know I wouldn't do this if I wasn't like desperate. But my username on the apps where you can send money, the one that starts with a V and the one that starts with a C, the username is the same as it is on this account. If you can't, like, it's no problem at all. I really don't expect anything. This is the one thing I have that I can try, because I don't have any money left. I haven't been working at all this month. Anyway, sorry for getting on here and crying. I'm gonna post this and then immediately start cleaning again. And that's it. Okay. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
I have tried making this video 1,000 times. I just keep crying. I don't know how to say goodbye, but this will be my last TikTok. Oh my God. Before this app, I was off the grid. I had no social media. I was very scared of being perceived. I felt very alone. I felt very misunderstood by a lot of people around me. I was so anxious. And I still am a very anxious person, but it is nothing like it was then. I posted my first TikTok in April of 2022, and it was because I was basically doing like extra credit on my therapy homework. My therapist, I was doing exposure therapy to get over my fear of social media, literally. And my homework was to make a Facebook account. And I did that, and I had a panic attack. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to do some extra credit. And I posted a TikTok for the first time ever. It got like 100 likes, and I was like, I'm so cool. So then I started making the type of content that I had always wanted to make, which is what I've been making. On June 3rd of 2022, I had my first viral video. It got 3 million views, and my entire life changed in an instant. For the first time, I wasn't so much afraid as I was excited. Like, I've been writing these things down for so long. I just struggled to find an outlet for like all of the tales that I had to tell, but TikTok was the perfect way to tell them. And initially I had wanted to write a book, and then it was a podcast, and this was just like, this happened by accident. But you guys, like, I will never be able to thank you for what you did for me, dude. Like, my whole life is so different because of this app. I am a better person because of this app, even just from like a consumption standpoint, not a creator standpoint, because first and foremost, I am a consumer of content before I am a creator of it. Like, I'm so chronically online. The perspectives, the windows into other cultures that we get on this app has just completely changed my worldview. I know I'm not the only one, but from a creator standpoint, I just need you to know how grateful I am. I am just a girl who wanted to yap and find other people online who were just as angry at their corporate jobs as I was. I was so tired of the lack of laughter in my life
that I came to this app looking for it, and all I ever wanted is to giggle. That's all I ever really want to do, is just laugh and giggle. That's exactly what I got from this app, and you guys are so funny. My God, I have the funniest followers on the planet, and I stand by it. I'm also low-key, like, so afraid to post this video and then later be like, there's so much more I wish I had said, but I just want you to know that I have treasured every single moment. I never took a second of this for granted. I knew that at any point it could get taken away from me, whether it's that my, like, account gets banned or no one watches anymore. I never really thought it would be that the whole app would get banned, but here we are. My parting words to you are a couple of things. One, I'm going to tell you something that I used to tell my employees all the time when I worked in retail, which is, be a person with a job, not a job with a side of person. You are not your job. Your job is a small, tiny piece of who you are. Never let your job trick you into thinking that you are a job with a side of person. And if a job ever makes you feel like that, find a way to get out. I know it's easier said than done, but that's not healthy, and you should always remember that. Be a person with a job, not a job with a side of person. And this is a message to anybody who may relate to what I was talking about earlier about being afraid to be perceived on the internet. One day, when a new app emerges and it becomes clear that it's going to be like the new TikTok, the way that TikTok was the new Vine, I hope you find the strength to face your fear. I know it's really hard, but being perceived is not the worst thing to ever happen. Take it from someone who was paralyzed by that fear for years. It is okay for you to exist and take up space, and guess what? Your voice, like, actually does matter, even when you think it doesn't. And if you are an artist, make art. Like, now is the time to be doing that. And we have a lot of fighting left to do as a country, but so much of that fighting is done through joy. Do the things that make you happy, and I will miss you guys so much. I will be on this website should you ever want to watch any of my videos again. They're all being re-uploaded over there. I'm most of the way through. Unfortunately for everybody, it is impossible for me to shut the fuck up. I know there's many of you that I'm not going to see again, and that makes me so sad, but also I just want you to know that I am so grateful for everything. Oh my God, I can't thank you enough. And thank you for getting me through some of the hardest times of my life and not even realizing that you were doing that. So, I love you so much. Bye.